This is Jasper
and Anastasia
bringing you your morning announcements
on WDMS News.
Today is August 30th, 2013, and A-Day. Please stand for our pledge and our code of conduct.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community.
Please be seated. Now let's find out what happened on this date in history.
Here's a look at this day in history. August 30th.
In 30 BC, under threat of being taken prisoner by the Romans, Egypt's Queen Cleopatra committed suicide. Today in 1963, during the heat of the Cold War, a hotline between the seats of power in Moscow and Washington, D.C. was set up to help keep things cool. In 1999, residents of East Timor voted for independence from Indonesia in UN-sponsored balloting. And on this day in 1967, Thurgood Marshall became the first African-American confirmed to the Supreme Court. As a lawyer, he argued many cases there, including Brown versus Board of Education. His dedication to rights for all Americans convinced President Johnson to nominate him to the highest court in the land. And that's this day in history.
Today's math problem is, which one doesn't belong? There's a rectangle, a circle, and sort of looks like a red cross. Be sure to let your teacher know if you can solve it.
Today's word, the word of the day today is lethargic. After the first week back to school, many students may feel lethargic as they get used to waking up early again and sitting through school all day. Even teachers may feel quite lethargic too. Please make sure to get some rest this long weekend and come back ready and energetic on Tuesday. Today's word of the day is lethargic. Now for some words of wisdom.
Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Anastasia with a few words of wisdom. Ben Franklin tells us that patience is a virtue. When you're a young person, it's hard to be patient, especially in a world filled with computers and remote controls and fast food. It's easy to get spoiled, to expect quick results, immediate gratification. But some things just take time, like mastering a violin or becoming a champion swimmer, or realizing a dream. Epictetus, a Greek philosopher, tells us, no great thing is created suddenly. So here's my bulletin. If you're trying to create something good and wonderful in your life, set goals, work hard, and then be patient. With something to think about, this is Anastasia. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. And here's Mr. Parrish.
Morning, Dundalk Middle School. I want to thank everyone so far for an excellent week. Our students are focused on learning. Teachers are doing a great job on instruction. And as we walk through the hallways in between classes, students understand that we need to be respectful, responsible, and safe. So again, I'm very happy with how our first week has gone. We want to continue doing that. I want to I want to tell all students and staff today we will be having our first fire drill, and our first fire drill will take place at some point during Mod 1. I ask at the conclusion of announcements that our homeroom teachers and Mod 1 teachers review our fire drill procedures and expectations, and please make sure that students that you are quiet in the hallways, exit, follow your teacher, and teachers, please make sure with your classes that you exit out the closest exit out of the building from your classroom, making sure your doors are closed when you leave. Again, we are going to be having our first fire drill, and students, they will not be announced throughout the whole school year, but because this is our first one, we will announce that. Again, we're having a fire drill this morning, and it will be some point during Mod 1. You want to make sure that we get out of the building under 3 minutes and we're quiet, respectful, and following our teacher's lead. And again, teachers, please review those expectations at the conclusion of our announcements. Also want to remind students and staff that on Tuesday we will be having our first PTSA meeting of the school year. So again, we're off on Labor Day, and on Tuesday when we come back, we will have our first PTSA meeting in the guidance conference room. Students, please encourage your parents to come out and be part of not only our Team DMS, but be part of our great PTSA. Our PTSA will need your support. So again, students, encourage your parents to come out. Also, wanted to remind all students, homeroom teachers, that on Tuesday, you will be getting your newsletter. Your September newsletters will be distributed to you to be taken home on Tuesday. Please make sure that your parents and you review the important information in the newsletter. They've got important days and events of what we're going to be doing in September and the near upcoming future at DMS. Again, I want to thank all of our students. I want to remind our students of our expectations that book bags are to be locked in lockers. All electronic devices are turned off during the school day, and that again, we are going to be respectful and responsible at DMS. So again, thank you students for having a great first week, and let's make it a great Friday. Thank you, Team DMS, for all that you do. Now back to Anastasia and Jasper.
This has been Jasper
And Anastasia.
telling you to stay classy, Dundalk Middle School.
And have a good 3-day weekend. Yes, I stole your line.
Yes, you did.